What is up, Jamily? This is JamiroFan 2000 here with yet another episode of JamiroFan Talks About, my discussionary series where I take a look at the past, present, and future of Jamiroquai and its over 28 years of music making history. But in this episode, we're going to be doing a little bit of a revisitation of the automaton era. And about a year ago this weekend of early September of 2018, I luckily got to have my first live tour experience of seeing Jamiroquai live in New York City up at the Forest Hill Stadium in Queens, New York. And upon reflection, it was one of the most amazing times, at least for me, in this modern era of Jamiroquai, given that I spent a lot of my early history here in the online Jamily being relegated online, supporting Jamiroquai and talking about Jamiroquai online. So this was my first amazing foray into seeing Jamiroquai in the live stadium setting, and Jamiroquai did not disappoint. And a year on, I had a lot of great memories burned into my memory from going to New York for those 4 days in early September of 2018, seeing Jamiroquai live in New York City. And as I said, they did not disappoint. Not to mention, I got to meet the Jamily in real life for the first time too. And I did chronicle my time in New York City seeing Jamiroquai live. If you didn't see my video series here I did on my channel, I did do a series of about 8 to 9 vlogs while I was in New York City, going every step of the way till actually seeing Jamiroquai live in Brooklyn from 2 separate Jamily meetups in Times Square. And thank you everybody that came out for those fan meetups in Times Square. It was an amazing time for me. It was amazing to meet some of the members of the Jamily, old, new, and people who I got to know on social media who I never met in real life. It was an amazing honor to meet all of you live. Not to mention seeing Jamiroquai live. If you want to see that that vlog playlist from my YouTube channel of all of my vlogs, including some bonus footage that I came across on my camera later on after coming back from New York, I'll be sure to put a link to that vlog YouTube playlist in the description of this video down below. A lot of great memories from that concert, but as I said, Jamiroquai did not disappoint in that concert. And I did a video post going to New York City, and it was really an emotional roller coaster for me in New York City. And like I said in my review after going to New York and seeing them live, this is hopefully going to be the beginning of me going to many more Jamiroquai gigs. They may mostly end up in the future being stateside, given the financial burden of going to see Jamiroquai live. I realize a lot of the European members of the Jamily do have a little more freedom in their expendable income. In my case, I don't. It took me at least a year to save money to go see Jamiroquai live in New York City. So after a 13-year hiatus, I was very lucky to see them in New York. And Jamiroquai wasn't the only thing I saw in New York. I saw a lot of the sights and sounds while I was in New York City. I didn't capture a lot of that. I did do a little bit of photography while I was in New York City, mostly around Times Square and stuff like that. So if you want to see, additional to the playlist of my vlogs from New York City, if you want to see some of my photography from New York City, I'll be sure to additionally put that IMGUR album of some of my photography from New York City in the description of this video down below too. So be sure to check out both of those pieces of goodness. But yeah, a year on from the automaton tour date in New York City, and like I said, I met a lot of lovely people, a lot of members of the Jamily, a lot of the band. I didn't get to meet the band, but they did acknowledge me at the concert, which I've talked to at ad nauseum, so I won't bore you with going into gushing about JK acknowledging me or any of that stuff. But just check out all that goodness down below in the description of this video down below of all my chronicle from a year on seeing Jamiroquai at Forest Hill Stadium in New York City back in early September of 2018. And I hopefully will have many more upcoming tour memories to dispense once hopefully Jamiroquai gets their 9th album done and they start doing a more wide open tour going further around the world rather than just splitting it up into subsections like they did during the automaton tour. But big thank you to the Jamily, big thank you to the band for helping my mind build such an amazing memory of seeing Jamiroquai live and meeting the Jamily in person for the first time too. I hope you enjoyed this video. As I said, be sure to check all that goodness down below in the description of this video down below with my chronicling of my trip to New York a year on from seeing Jamiroquai on the second year of the Automaton Tour in 2018. Be sure to check out all that goodness. I'll try to throw up some other extra additional stuff up on the Jamiroquai subreddit if I can find it in my stuff from that trip to New York, if I can remember to put it all up. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to ding the little bell on your YouTube homepage to stay up to date on all the latest notifications of new content here on the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel. I do have a bit of a backlog of JamiroQuai Minute episodes that are yet to go up. So as I said in my channel update back in late August, right now it's Labor Day, so I will be doing videos when I can, where I can, when the news musters it. So I will try to have some content out when I can, where I can, whenever some notable news about JamiroQuai comes up, or fan art, or anything related to JamiroQuai comes out. So that's pretty much the plan for the YouTube channel, so be sure to keep your eyes out for more content coming very, very soon. And as always, this is JamiroFan 2000, and I'll see you again really soon with another JamiroFan Talks About, many more JamiroQuai Minutes, and many more JamiroQuai related videos here on the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel. Bye-bye, everybody.